The ocean is often described as the final mysterious frontier of our planet, a vast blue universe where light slowly fades into darkness as you descend deeper and deeper into unknown worlds. Imagine slowly floating above an endless ocean surface at sunset, where golden sunlight is softly touching gentle waves that move like breathing living skin of the earth. Somewhere beneath this peaceful surface lives one of the oldest surviving creatures on Earth, the shark. Sharks are not just predators. They are ancient survivors, living relics of evolutionary history that have quietly watched Earth change for more than 400 million years. As you relax and listen to the soft sound of ocean waves, imagine the story of sharks beginning long before dinosaurs ever walked on land. Millions of years ago, Earth's oceans were very different from what we know today. The water was warmer, the atmosphere was different, and life was still experimenting with survival strategies. Early shark ancestors were already mastering the art of silent movement through water. Unlike modern fish that rely heavily on swimming bladders for floating, sharks developed lightweight cartilaginous skeletons. This means their bodies are built from flexible, lightweight material instead of heavy bones, allowing them to move with almost ghost-like silence through the ocean depths. Imagine a shadow slowly gliding beneath glowing blue water illuminated by soft bioluminescent plankton lights, like stars shining inside a liquid night sky. Sharks are often misunderstood creatures because movies and stories have portrayed them as ruthless monsters. But in reality, sharks are highly intelligent survivors. They play an important role in maintaining ocean ecosystem balance. Think of them as silent guardians of underwater biological harmony. Without sharks, many marine populations would grow uncontrollably, disturbing fragile ecological relationships that have evolved over millions of years. Picture a vast underwater forest of coral reefs, filled with colorful fish moving in synchronized peaceful patterns, while a distant shark slowly swims like a dark shadow protector maintaining natural order. One of the most fascinating things about sharks is their sensory system. Sharks can feel electricity in the water using special organs called electroreceptors. Every living creature produces tiny electrical signals through muscle movement. Sharks can detect these invisible signals even from far distances. Imagine a sleepy underwater scene where a shark is slowly swimming with closed, calm movements, sensing distant heartbeats of fish hiding inside coral caves. This ability makes sharks incredibly efficient hunters, but also highly aware of their environment. Another amazing evolutionary adaptation of sharks is their skin. Shark skin is covered with tiny scale-like structures called dermal denticles. These microscopic structures reduce water resistance and help sharks swim faster and more efficiently. If you zoom into shark skin under cinematic microscopic visualization, it would look like a beautiful underwater armor made of thousands of tiny natural teeth reflecting soft blue ocean light. This natural engineering allows sharks to conserve energy while swimming long distances across oceans. Some shark species migrate thousands of kilometers every year, crossing entire oceanic continents in search of food and warmer waters. Now imagine nighttime in the deep ocean. The sunlight above slowly disappears, replaced by complete darkness except for glowing creatures producing their own light. In this deep, silent world, sharks move slowly and confidently. Their eyes are specially adapted to low light conditions, allowing them to see movement even in near darkness. Some shark species can even see contrast differences in extremely low light environments. Picture slow cinematic shots of a shark silhouette passing through glowing bioluminescent jellyfish clouds drifting like floating lanterns in endless darkness. Sharks do not sleep in the way humans do. Instead, they enter resting swimming states. Many shark species must keep swimming to allow water to flow through their gills for oxygen extraction. This creates a beautiful sleepy motion pattern where sharks slowly glide forward even while resting. Imagine calm, relaxing music playing while a large shark gently moves through warm tropical waters like a peaceful submarine drifting in dreams. The ocean ecosystem depends on these ancient hunters more than people realize. Sharks remove weak and sick animals from populations, which helps maintain genetic health of marine species. This natural selection process has been happening for millions of years without human awareness. Picture evolutionary time passing like soft cinematic transitions, showing ancient prehistoric oceans slowly transforming into modern marine ecosystems, while sharks continue swimming unchanged through time itself. As the sun slowly sets in our story, imagine yourself floating higher above the ocean surface again. The sky turns purple and dark blue, stars slowly appearing one by one. The ocean below becomes darker and more mysterious. Somewhere deep below, a shark continues swimming peacefully through its silent blue kingdom. Not as a monster, not as a villain, but as one of Earth's oldest living survivors, patiently continuing its ancient journey through time. The sleepy feeling of this documentary is meant to remind viewers that nature is not aggressive or chaotic by default. It is calm, balanced, and beautifully patient. Sharks represent survival, adaptation, and endurance. They have survived 5 mass extinction events on Earth, proving their evolutionary strength. As you continue watching this story, you will discover more secrets about shark biology, behavior, and their mysterious underwater civilization. As you slowly drift deeper into the ocean of history, imagine time itself becoming like soft waves moving backward through millions of years. The story of sharks does not begin in modern oceans, but in ancient prehistoric seas where Earth was young, wild, and constantly changing. Sharks are among the oldest surviving vertebrates on our planet. While many species have come and gone, sharks have continued swimming through time like silent witnesses of planetary evolution. Imagine dark ancient oceans filled with strange early marine creatures glowing faintly under volcanic underwater light from active prehistoric Earth crust activity. Around 400 million years ago, during the Devonian period, early shark ancestors first appeared. At that time, Earth's oceans were filled with primitive fish species experimenting with survival strategies. Some had heavy armored bodies, while others were developing speed and agility. Sharks evolved differently. Instead of building heavy protective armor, they chose flexibility, speed, and sensory intelligence. This evolutionary decision allowed sharks to survive multiple mass extinction events that wiped out countless other species. Imagine watching evolutionary history like a slow cinematic time-lapse, where ancient seas gradually shift into modern oceans while sharks remain almost unchanged, like living fossils swimming through eras of geological transformation. The earliest shark ancestors looked slightly different from modern sharks. Some had more primitive jaw structures and different fin shapes. But the fundamental survival design was already present: streamlined bodies, powerful tails, and efficient energy usage. Evolution does not always mean becoming bigger or stronger. Sometimes evolution means becoming more efficient. Sharks mastered the art of energy conservation. Their bodies are designed to travel long distances using minimal effort. Picture a large prehistoric shark slowly gliding through warm ancient seas, moving like a quiet ghost of evolution itself. One of the biggest evolutionary advantages of sharks was their reproductive diversity. Different shark species developed different reproductive strategies. Some sharks lay eggs inside protective cases often called mermaid purses, while others give birth to live young sharks. This diversity helped sharks adapt to changing environmental conditions. Imagine tiny baby sharks slowly emerging from protective egg capsules, swimming cautiously in glowing shallow water near ancient coral reefs, learning survival skills from birth. Another fascinating evolutionary adaptation is shark teeth. Shark teeth are not fixed like human teeth. Instead, sharks continuously grow and replace their teeth throughout their lives. Some sharks can lose and regrow thousands of teeth during their lifetime. Picture slow cinematic close-up shots of shark jaws opening gently in dark water, revealing rows of sharp teeth slowly moving forward like natural mechanical conveyor belts of biological engineering. This allows sharks to always maintain hunting efficiency without worrying about tooth damage. During Earth's mass extinction events, oceans became chaotic survival environments. Temperature changes, asteroid impacts, and volcanic activity drastically changed marine ecosystems. But sharks survived because of their adaptability. They could change hunting behaviors, migrate to new ocean regions, and survive in different water temperatures. Imagine massive ancient underwater storms, lightning illuminating dark ocean surfaces, while sharks continue swimming calmly below turbulent waters like survivors of cosmic chaos. As Earth entered the age of dinosaurs, sharks were already ancient creatures. While giant reptiles dominated land and sea, sharks quietly ruled ocean hunting zones. They were not loud or aggressive rulers. Instead, they were balanced predators maintaining ecological harmony. Imagine peaceful prehistoric oceans where giant marine reptiles slowly swim above shark territories, while sharks move silently below like shadows maintaining ecological balance. Modern sharks are still closely related to their ancient ancestors. Scientists studying shark DNA have discovered surprisingly slow genetic evolution compared to many other animal groups. This slow evolutionary change is one of the reasons sharks look almost timeless. When you see a modern shark swimming in today's ocean, you are essentially seeing a living creature that has survived through prehistoric worlds, ice ages, and changing continents. Now imagine relaxing deeper into the ocean of sleep and knowledge. The water becomes darker, quieter, and more mysterious. Ancient memories of Earth's past seem to echo through ocean currents like soft whispers of time itself. Sharks continue swimming slowly through this eternal ocean dream. Their movements are not rushed. They are smooth, calm, and purposeful, like ancient guardians of planetary history. Sharks also developed incredible muscle efficiency. Unlike many fast predators that burn energy quickly, sharks can swim long distances without exhausting themselves. Their muscles are arranged in ways that maximize swimming power while minimizing energy loss. Picture slow cinematic underwater scenes of a shark moving through deep blue water with graceful tail movements creating gentle circular wave patterns behind its body. Some scientists believe sharks may have helped shape modern marine ecosystems by controlling fish population structures. Without sharks, weaker fish species could dominate ecosystems, causing imbalance in coral reef health. Sharks act like natural ecological regulators. Imagine coral reefs as underwater cities, where sharks patrol outer ocean zones like silent oceanic security systems maintaining balance. As this chapter slowly ends, imagine ancient oceans slowly transforming into modern seas. Continental plates shift slowly over millions of years. Ice ages come and go, but sharks continue swimming through it all. They are not just animals. They are living history moving through water instead of stone. Their story is one of patience, survival, and adaptation. The ocean grows quieter as night deepens. Somewhere far below the surface, a shark continues its slow journey through darkness. Not chasing, not rushing, just moving forward through time, like a living reminder that survival is sometimes about patience rather than power. As you continue drifting through the soft darkness of the deep ocean dream, imagine entering a quieter world. A world not of speed or chaos, but of thought, perception, and silent intelligence. Sharks are often misunderstood as mindless predators, yet science continues to reveal that these ancient creatures possess surprising cognitive abilities. Picture a slow cinematic scene where blue light from distant surface water fades into deep midnight ocean darkness, while a shark swims slowly like a philosopher of the sea, thinking in instincts rather than words. Shark intelligence is different from human intelligence. While humans rely on language and technology, sharks rely on sensory perception, pattern recognition, and environmental awareness. Their brains are specially adapted to processing movement signals in water. Since water is much denser than air, sound and vibration travel faster and farther underwater. Sharks have evolved to use this to their advantage. Imagine soft underwater echoes traveling like invisible waves of information, touching shark sensory organs like quiet whispers of the ocean itself. One of the most fascinating aspects of shark intelligence is their ability to track prey through long distances. Sharks can detect tiny movements in water caused by injured or weak animals. This is not just hunting behavior, it is ecological awareness. Sharks are able to distinguish between healthy and struggling prey, which helps maintain natural population balance. Picture a slow underwater cinematic sequence where schools of fish move like flowing silver clouds, while a distant shark simply observes, not rushing, waiting patiently for the perfect natural moment. Scientists studying shark behavior have discovered that some species show learning capabilities. Sharks can remember locations of feeding zones and migration paths across vast ocean distances. Some species return to the same coastal areas every year, following ancient ocean current patterns that have existed for thousands of years. Imagine ocean currents as invisible highways of water, guiding sharks through planetary geography like silent migration maps written in the language of waves. Sharks also demonstrate interesting social behavior in certain species. While many sharks are solitary hunters, some species gather in groups during feeding or migration. These gatherings are not chaotic. Instead, they are surprisingly organized. Sharks maintain personal space while swimming together, like a quiet underwater ballet of movement. Imagine dozens of sharks moving slowly through warm tropical water, their bodies never touching, but perfectly synchronized like living ocean choreography. Another mysterious part of shark intelligence is their sleep behavior. Sharks do not enter deep, unconscious sleep like humans. Instead, they enter resting states while still swimming slowly. Their brain activity does not completely shut down. Instead, different brain regions take turns resting while others stay alert to environmental danger. Picture a peaceful underwater dream world where a shark continues gliding forward, half awake, half dreaming, like a submarine gently floating through dark water tunnels of silence. Sharks also communicate in subtle ways. While they do not produce complex vocal sounds, they communicate using body posture, swimming speed, and movement direction. Changes in tail movement can signal aggression, curiosity, or territorial awareness. Imagine slow cinematic underwater shots where two sharks approach each other carefully, circling slowly like ancient ocean diplomats negotiating territory boundaries. Curiosity is another surprising trait found in many shark species. Some sharks approach unfamiliar objects to investigate them. Scientists have observed sharks gently touching new objects with their snouts before deciding whether they are dangerous or harmless. This behavior suggests that sharks do not rely purely on aggression. Instead, they use cautious exploration strategies. Imagine an underwater scene where a shark slowly approaches a floating glowing object, circling it gently, observing it like a curious scientist studying unknown technology from another world. The sensory intelligence of sharks is almost superhuman compared to many land animals. Their sense of smell is extremely powerful. Sharks can detect small amounts of blood diluted in vast volumes of water. This ability helps them locate injured animals from great distances. However, this is not blind aggression. It is survival efficiency. In the natural world, finding weak or injured prey helps maintain ecosystem balance. Picture deep ocean currents carrying scent molecules like invisible messages traveling through blue liquid space. Shark vision is also specially adapted for ocean life. Many sharks have reflective layers behind their retinas that help amplify low light vision. This allows them to see movement even in deep dark waters where sunlight barely reaches. Imagine glowing bioluminescent creatures slowly floating through darkness like stars inside an underwater night sky, while a shark calmly observes from shadow zones. Interestingly, sharks are highly sensitive to electromagnetic fields. Earth itself produces magnetic signals, and some scientists believe sharks may use these signals for navigation. This is still being studied, but it may explain how sharks travel across entire oceans and still find their way back to specific regions. Imagine Earth as a giant living planet with invisible magnetic breathing patterns guiding ancient ocean travelers across global waters. As you relax deeper into this story, imagine shark intelligence not as aggressive hunting intelligence, but as environmental wisdom. Sharks have survived because they understand their world without needing to dominate it violently. They move efficiently, conserve energy, and act only when necessary. Their intelligence is quiet, patient, and ancient. The ocean becomes calmer now. Waves above the surface move slowly under soft moonlight reflections. Somewhere below, a shark continues swimming, thinking in instincts older than human civilization. No cities, no technology, just natural intelligence evolving across millions of years. As this chapter fades into deeper ocean silence, The story will next explore one of the most exciting and dramatic aspects of sharks, their hunting science and survival strategies in the wild ocean darkness. As the ocean story deepens into darker and more mysterious waters, imagine entering a realm of perfect natural balance between life and survival. Shark hunting is not chaos or brutality as movies often show. Instead, it is a highly efficient, scientifically optimized survival process refined over hundreds of millions of years. Picture a slow cinematic underwater night scene where moonlight from the ocean surface gently filters downward, creating silver beams of light moving like soft cosmic pillars inside the water. Somewhere below, a shark moves silently like a shadow made of liquid darkness. Sharks are not reckless hunters. They are strategic predators that conserve energy while maximizing success rates. Energy efficiency is extremely important in ocean environments because food can be unpredictable. Sharks often use a hunting technique called ambush movement. Instead of chasing prey continuously, they approach slowly, staying almost invisible in low light zones. Imagine a shark gliding just below a school of glowing fish that move like floating stars inside blue ocean space. One of the most famous hunting strategies used by some shark species is the sudden burst attack. Sharks can accelerate very quickly over short distances using powerful tail muscles. This creates explosive speed movements that surprise prey before they can react. However, this speed is usually used only at the final moment. The majority of hunting time is spent observing, positioning, and waiting. Picture deep ocean silence broken only by a sudden flash of movement as a shark shoots forward like a dark arrow through glowing water particles. Different shark species use different hunting styles. Some prefer slow stalking behavior. Others rely on surprise attacks from below. Approaching prey from below is highly effective because many fish have weaker vision downward. Imagine underwater sunlight shining through surface waves while fish swim above, unaware of the dark predators slowly rising from deep blue shadows below like an ocean ghost. Sharks also use environmental features during hunting. Coral reefs, underwater cliffs, and seaweed forests are often used as natural camouflage zones. Sharks can hide their silhouette against dark ocean backgrounds, making it harder for prey to detect them. Picture a shark slowly blending into dark coral reef structures while colorful fish swim peacefully above, completely unaware of the danger below. Another fascinating hunting adaptation is the ability of some sharks to create panic waves. When sharks suddenly enter fish schools, fish instinctively scatter. This scattering behavior makes it easier for sharks to catch isolated individuals. However, sharks do not hunt with unnecessary violence. They usually target weaker or slower fish to maintain ecosystem balance. Imagine chaotic fish movement turning into beautiful underwater particle patterns spreading like glowing dust in slow-motion cinematic water physics. Shark bite mechanics are also extremely interesting from a biological engineering perspective. Sharks have powerful jaw muscles combined with rows of replaceable teeth. Instead of chewing, sharks often bite and shake prey to break apart flesh into manageable pieces. This reduces energy use during feeding. Picture slow close-up underwater shots of shark jaws opening, revealing multiple layers of teeth arranged like natural biological machinery designed for survival. Some large shark species use a hunting method called ram feeding. They swim directly toward prey with open mouths, capturing food through momentum and water pressure. This is often used by large ocean predators that feed on fish schools or marine mammals. Imagine a massive shark silhouette moving through dark water like an underwater train of biological power and momentum. Interestingly, sharks are not always constantly hunting. Many shark species spend long periods resting and conserving energy. This is especially true in environments where food is scarce. Sharks may travel long distances between feeding zones. Picture lonely ocean journeys across vast blue desert-like water landscapes where sharks move slowly like ancient travelers crossing planetary oceans. Sharks also display patience during hunting. They can circle prey for long periods before attacking. This behavior is called scouting or testing behavior. Sharks may circle fish schools multiple times to study movement patterns before choosing attack timing. Imagine underwater time slowing down as a shark slowly circles glowing fish formations like a silent gravitational force studying planetary movement. Some shark species have extremely specialized diets. For example, certain sharks feed primarily on marine mammals, while others prefer fish, crustaceans, or even plankton. Whale sharks, for example, use filter feeding techniques, slowly swimming with mouths open to collect tiny organisms. Imagine gigantic peaceful ocean giants slowly swimming through glowing plankton clouds that look like floating snow inside deep ocean space. Despite their reputation, sharks rarely attack humans. Most shark encounters occur because sharks confuse humans with natural prey shapes or investigate unfamiliar objects. Humans are not part of sharks' natural diet in most cases. Picture peaceful ocean tourism scenes where humans swim slowly through sunlight water while distant sharks move calmly below, uninterested in interaction, continuing their natural ocean lives. Sharks are also influenced by environmental conditions during hunting. Water temperature, current direction, and light levels all affect hunting success. Some sharks prefer hunting during dawn or dusk, known as crepuscular hunting periods. These times provide optimal lighting conditions for ambush hunting because visibility is limited. Imagine sunrise or sunset ocean scenes where orange and purple sky reflections blend into blue water surfaces while sharks begin their quiet hunting routines. As this chapter ends, imagine returning to peaceful ocean darkness. Hunting is not portrayed as violent destruction, but as natural survival rhythm. Sharks are not villains of the sea. They are ancient survival specialists maintaining ecological balance through silent predation. The ocean grows quieter again. Far below the surface, a shark continues swimming slowly, not rushing, not chasing endlessly, just surviving with perfect biological efficiency. As the ocean story gently transitions from biological science into human history, imagine ancient human civilizations first encountering sharks while exploring unknown seas. For early humans, the ocean was both a source of life and mystery. People depended on fishing for survival, and sometimes they would see dark shapes moving beneath their boats. Those dark shapes were often sharks, silently observing human activity from below the surface like ancient ocean spirits watching humanity grow. Throughout history, sharks have been present in human myths and cultural stories. Many ancient civilizations respected the ocean's power and feared its mysteries. Sharks were often symbolized as guardians of the deep sea or representations of nature's raw power. Imagine ancient sailors sailing wooden ships across endless ocean horizons, hearing distant water splashes beneath their boats at night, wondering what creatures lived in the dark blue depths below them. Early human interactions with sharks were mostly accidental rather than intentional. Fishing communities sometimes encountered sharks while catching fish. Sometimes sharks would steal fish from fishing nets, which created mixed feelings among humans. Some people feared sharks, while others admired their strength and survival abilities. Imagine small coastal villages where fishermen returned home at sunset, telling stories about mysterious ocean shadows moving beneath their boats. In some ancient cultures, sharks were seen as spiritual animals connected to ocean gods or ancestral spirits. People believed sharks represented protection, strength, or natural balance between life and death. These cultural stories helped humans respect ocean ecosystems rather than trying to dominate them completely. Picture ancient ritual fires burning on beaches at night, while ocean waves move slowly under moonlight, symbolizing harmony between humans and sea life. As human technology developed, ocean exploration increased. People built larger ships and began traveling across global oceans for trade and discovery. During these journeys, sailors sometimes encountered large sharks following ships. Sharks were often attracted to ships because of food waste thrown into the ocean. This created early misunderstandings about shark behavior. Humans interpreted this as aggressive behavior, but in reality sharks were simply following natural food signals. In modern times, scientific understanding of sharks has improved significantly. Scientists now study shark biology, behavior, and conservation needs. Research has shown that sharks play a critical role in maintaining healthy ocean ecosystems. Without sharks, fish populations could become unbalanced, which would negatively affect coral reefs and marine biodiversity. Imagine scientists slowly diving into underwater research environments, observing sharks swimming peacefully through scientific observation equipment lights glowing softly in deep blue water. Unfortunately, human activities have also created challenges for shark survival. Overfishing, ocean pollution, and habitat destruction have reduced shark populations in many regions. Plastic waste in oceans can harm marine animals, including sharks and their prey species. Imagine slow cinematic scenes of ocean currents carrying floating plastic debris like artificial snow inside blue water landscapes, while sharks continue swimming through these changing environments trying to survive human impact. Shark conservation efforts have become important in recent decades. Marine protection zones and scientific conservation programs help protect shark habitats. Many scientists now work to educate people that sharks are not monsters but important parts of ocean ecosystems. Imagine modern conservation ships moving slowly across ocean surfaces while researchers study marine life using advanced underwater technology. Another interesting human-shark relationship is ocean tourism. Many coastal regions now offer controlled shark observation experiences. These programs allow people to see sharks in their natural environment without disturbing marine ecosystems. Imagine peaceful underwater tourism scenes where divers float slowly in calm blue water, watching sharks pass by without fear or aggression, just natural coexistence between species. Media and movies have also influenced how people view sharks. For many years, entertainment media portrayed sharks as aggressive monsters. However, scientific documentaries are helping change this perception by showing real shark behavior. Education is slowly helping people understand sharks better. Imagine relaxing documentary-style ocean visuals playing on screens while viewers learn about shark biology while feeling calm and sleepy. Sharks have survived longer than many human civilizations combined. They have survived global climate changes, continental shifts, and multiple extinction events. This makes them one of Earth's most successful long-term survival species. Their story is not one of domination, but of persistence and patience. They are survivors of planetary history. As this chapter slowly closes, imagine humanity and sharks sharing the same planet but living in different worlds. Humans on land building cities of light, and sharks in oceans moving quietly through blue darkness. Both are connected through Earth's shared ecosystem. The ocean becomes calm again. Waves move softly under moonlight. Somewhere far below, a shark continues swimming slowly through time, watching human civilization grow above the surface, just as it has watched countless generations of life evolve across millions of years. As the story sinks deeper into scientific wonder, imagine looking at sharks not as predators, but as living masterpieces of biological engineering. Shark bodies are not random evolutionary designs. They are highly optimized survival machines shaped by millions of years of ocean pressure, movement physics, and environmental challenges. Picture a slow cinematic underwater close-up of a shark slowly gliding through blue water, its body reflecting soft sunlight like liquid silver flowing across natural armor. One of the most important features of shark anatomy is their cartilage skeleton. Unlike humans and many other animals that have heavy bone structures, sharks have skeletons made of flexible cartilage. This material is lighter and more flexible than bone, allowing sharks to move faster and expend less energy while swimming long distances. Imagine a shark swimming like a ghost of the ocean, its body bending smoothly through water currents like soft fabric moving through invisible wind. Shark body shape is also perfectly designed for hydrodynamics. Their bodies are streamlined, meaning water flows smoothly around them with minimal resistance. This helps sharks conserve energy during long migrations. The shark's pointed snout and tapered body shape reduce drag forces in water. Picture underwater currents moving around a shark's body like gentle blue rivers splitting around a smooth stone in slow-motion cinematic physics. Shark skin is another incredible biological innovation. Shark skin is covered with tiny tooth-like structures called dermal denticles. These microscopic structures reduce friction and help sharks swim faster and more quietly. If you zoom into shark skin under microscopic cinematic visualization, It would look like a beautiful natural armor made of thousands of tiny overlapping biological scales reflecting ocean light. This structure also helps sharks move silently while hunting. The shark tail, or caudal fin, is one of the strongest propulsion tools in nature. Sharks use powerful side-to-side tail movements to push water backward and move forward. This is similar to how boats use propellers, but sharks use biological muscle mechanics instead of mechanical engines. Imagine slow-motion shots of a shark tail moving rhythmically like ocean waves, creating circular energy patterns behind its body. Shark fins serve different purposes depending on their location. The dorsal fin helps maintain balance, preventing sharks from rolling sideways while swimming. Pectoral fins act like airplane wings, helping sharks control direction and stability underwater. Imagine a shark moving through ocean space like a natural aircraft designed for underwater flight. Another fascinating anatomical feature is shark teeth. Shark teeth are arranged in multiple rows. When a tooth breaks or falls out, another tooth moves forward to replace it. Sharks can replace thousands of teeth during their lifetime. This continuous tooth replacement system is one of nature's most efficient biological repair systems. Picture slow cinematic close-ups of shark jaws opening inside dark water, revealing rows of sharp teeth moving forward like living biological machinery. Sharks also have extremely powerful jaws. Some shark species can generate enormous bite force relative to their body size. However, they usually do not waste energy chewing food. Instead, they use bite and shake feeding techniques to break food into smaller pieces. Imagine underwater hunting scenes where a shark bites prey and shakes rapidly, like natural survival engineering at work. Shark eyes are specially adapted for low-light ocean environments. Many sharks have a reflective layer behind their retina called the tapetum lucidum, which reflects light back through the retina to improve night vision. This is similar to how some nocturnal animals see in darkness. Imagine glowing bioluminescent ocean creatures moving through dark water while shark eyes reflect faint blue light like tiny underwater stars. Sharks also have extremely sensitive hearing. They can detect low-frequency vibrations traveling long distances through water. This helps them locate struggling fish or detect environmental disturbances. Imagine deep ocean sound waves moving slowly through water like invisible musical vibrations reaching shark sensory organs. The shark nose is also extremely advanced. Sharks use their sense of smell to detect blood or chemical signals in water from long distances. This does not mean sharks constantly hunt humans. Instead, it helps them find natural prey in large ocean territories. Picture scent particles moving through water currents like invisible messages guiding sharks through vast ocean space. One of the most mysterious anatomical features is shark electroreception. Sharks can detect electrical signals produced by muscle movement of other animals using special organs called ampullae of Lorenzini. These organs allow sharks to see electrical fields underwater. Imagine a futuristic underwater world where living creatures emit soft, glowing electrical energy patterns visible only to sharks. Sharks also have extremely efficient muscle systems. Their muscles are arranged in segments that allow powerful bursts of speed without exhausting energy too quickly. This allows sharks to alternate between slow swimming and sudden acceleration attacks during hunting. Imagine slow, relaxing ocean movements suddenly transforming into explosive bursts of speed like natural biological energy waves. As this chapter ends, imagine shark anatomy not as something frightening, but as beautiful natural engineering designed for survival. Every fin, muscle, tooth, and sensory organ exists for one purpose: surviving in an ancient and constantly changing ocean world. The ocean becomes darker and quieter again. Sharks continue swimming slowly through deep blue silence, carrying within their bodies millions of years of evolutionary knowledge. As the ocean story continues drifting deeper into scientific wonder, imagine the circle of life quietly continuing beneath the waves. Shark reproduction is a fascinating biological process because it is highly diverse across different species. Unlike many fish that release thousands of eggs into the ocean, sharks use more complex reproductive strategies focused on survival rather than quantity. Picture a calm underwater world where new life slowly begins inside the protective darkness of ocean depths. Sharks reproduce in three main ways: egg-laying, live birth, and a combination of both. Some shark species lay eggs inside protective cases often called mermaid purses. These egg cases are usually attached to rocks, coral reefs, or seaweed to keep them safe from predators. Inside these protective shells, baby sharks develop slowly while absorbing nutrients. Imagine tiny developing shark embryos resting peacefully inside dark protective capsules, floating gently in warm ocean currents like underwater sleeping pods. Other shark species give birth to live young. This is called viviparity. In these species, baby sharks develop inside the mother's body and receive nutrients directly until they are ready to survive independently. This strategy increases survival chances because newborn sharks are already partially developed when born. Imagine slow cinematic underwater scenes where a mother shark swims calmly through warm blue water, carrying new life inside her body like a living ocean sanctuary. Some shark species even show behavior similar to mammalian pregnancy systems. Certain sharks develop placenta-like structures to transfer nutrients to embryos. This is one of the most advanced reproductive adaptations in fish evolution. Picture scientific underwater visuals showing biological energy flowing gently between mother and developing baby sharks like soft glowing connections of life energy inside the ocean. When baby sharks are born, they are immediately independent. There is usually no parental care after birth. Baby sharks must survive on their own from the very beginning. This may seem harsh, but it is actually a survival strategy. Ocean environments are unpredictable, and independence from birth helps ensure natural selection survival. Imagine tiny baby sharks swimming carefully through glowing plankton clouds, learning survival instincts immediately after entering the ocean world. Baby sharks often hide in shallow coastal waters where food is easier to find and large predators are less common. These nursery zones are extremely important for shark population survival. Coastal mangrove forests and coral reef areas often serve as safe shark nurseries. Imagine peaceful shallow ocean waters filled with soft sunlight rays filtering through green mangrove roots, while baby sharks slowly explore their new world. Shark reproduction rates are usually slow compared to many fish species. Many sharks mature slowly and produce relatively few offspring during their lifetime. This slow reproduction makes shark populations vulnerable to environmental threats. Human activities such as overfishing can significantly impact shark population recovery rates. Imagine slow cinematic environmental scenes showing ocean ecosystems slowly changing under human influence, while shark populations struggle to maintain balance. One fascinating aspect of shark reproduction is mating behavior. Male sharks often use gentle biting or holding behavior during mating. This behavior is not aggression, it is part of reproductive interaction. Sharks have evolved unique body structures that help males and females align during mating in water currents. Picture underwater slow-motion movements of two sharks swimming together in synchronized motion, like natural biological dance patterns. Sharks also use chemical signals during reproduction. Females release pheromones into water to signal mating readiness. Male sharks can detect these chemical signals from long distances using their highly developed sense of smell. Imagine invisible scent molecules traveling through ocean currents like soft emotional messages flowing through blue liquid space. Environmental temperature also plays an important role in shark reproduction. Warmer water temperatures can influence embryo development speed. However, extreme temperature changes can harm reproductive success. Climate change is therefore becoming an important scientific concern for shark survival. Picture global ocean temperature maps slowly shifting colors like living planetary climate breathing patterns. Some shark species migrate long distances specifically for reproduction. They travel across entire ocean basins to reach specific breeding grounds. These migration journeys can take months. Imagine peaceful ocean travel scenes where sharks move slowly across vast blue ocean deserts, guided by magnetic Earth signals and ancient migration memory stored inside their biological instincts. Shark reproduction is not just biological science. It is also a story of survival patience. Sharks invest heavily in each offspring because survival rates are naturally low in ocean ecosystems. This strategy has helped sharks survive for hundreds of millions of years while many other species disappeared during extinction events. As this chapter slowly fades, imagine new life continuing its silent journey beneath ocean waves. Baby sharks grow slowly, learning survival instincts through instinct rather than teaching. The ocean remains a quiet nursery of life and survival, constantly renewing itself through cycles of birth, growth, and adaptation. As the story drifts deeper into the endless blue horizon of the ocean, imagine sharks becoming ancient travelers of a planetary world map written not on paper, but inside the Earth's magnetic fields and ocean currents. Shark migration is one of nature's most impressive long-distance travel phenomena. Some sharks travel thousands of kilometers every year, crossing entire oceans without getting lost. Picture a vast cinematic ocean landscape stretching endlessly under soft morning sunlight, while sharks swim slowly like silent nomads of the sea. Scientists believe sharks use multiple navigation methods to travel across oceans. One of the most fascinating theories is magnetic navigation. Earth generates magnetic fields, and sharks may be able to detect these magnetic signals using specialized sensory organs. This allows sharks to orient themselves like living biological compasses. Imagine invisible magnetic lines wrapping around the planet like soft glowing energy pathways guiding sharks through ocean space. Ocean currents also play a major role in shark migration. These currents act like natural highways of water movement. Sharks can save energy by swimming along these current pathways rather than fighting against them. Picture slow cinematic underwater visuals of large ocean currents moving like giant rivers inside the sea, carrying sharks gently across vast distances like floating travelers resting inside planetary water streams. Some shark species migrate for food availability. When seasons change, fish populations move to different ocean zones, and sharks follow their prey. This creates natural migration cycles that maintain ecosystem balance. Imagine seasonal ocean transformations where warm blue tropical waters slowly change into cooler deep ocean environments, while sharks continue traveling patiently through changing water landscapes. Reproduction is another major reason for shark migration. Many sharks travel to specific breeding grounds where environmental conditions are ideal for newborn survival. These breeding migrations can be extremely long journeys. Some shark species travel across entire ocean basins just to reproduce. Imagine pregnant sharks swimming slowly across deep blue ocean darkness, carrying new life while following ancient migration memories encoded inside their biology. Sharks often migrate across different water temperature zones. They are sensitive to temperature changes because water temperature affects metabolism and oxygen absorption efficiency. Some sharks prefer warm surface waters, while others prefer colder deep ocean environments. Picture vertical ocean migration scenes where sharks slowly move between sunlight zones and dark deep ocean layers like living biological elevators traveling through water dimensions. One of the most mysterious migration behaviors is homing instinct. Some sharks can return to the exact same location where they were born after traveling thousands of kilometers. Scientists are still studying how sharks achieve this remarkable navigation ability. It may involve a combination of magnetic sensing, smell memory, and ocean current pattern recognition. Imagine ocean memory itself acting like a giant invisible library storing geographic information inside water movement patterns. Shark migration is not always fast. Many migrations happen slowly over long periods of time. Sharks conserve energy by swimming at steady, relaxed speeds. This creates peaceful ocean movement patterns, almost like meditation journeys across planetary seas. Imagine relaxing cinematic scenes of sharks swimming slowly through deep blue water under soft sunlight reflections from the ocean surface above. Climate change is beginning to affect shark migration patterns. As ocean temperatures change, fish populations shift their habitats, forcing sharks to adapt their travel routes. This creates new ecological challenges for marine ecosystems. Scientists are closely monitoring these changes to better understand future ocean biodiversity stability. Imagine global ocean maps slowly changing colors like living climate systems breathing across the planet. Some shark species perform vertical migration instead of horizontal migration. During daytime, they stay in deeper, darker waters for safety. During nighttime, they move closer to the surface to hunt. This creates beautiful daily ocean rhythm cycles. Picture night ocean scenes where sharks slowly rise from dark blue depths toward moonlit surface water like living shadows following lunar gravity light. Migration also demonstrates shark endurance capabilities. Long-distance swimming requires efficient muscle energy use and metabolic control. Sharks are able to travel long distances without needing constant food intake. Their biological systems are designed for endurance rather than short bursts of activity. Imagine sharks as ocean marathon travelers moving through planetary water landscapes for months at a time. Human technology has helped scientists track shark migration using satellite tagging devices. These devices help researchers study migration routes and protect shark populations. Imagine modern research boats floating quietly above oceans while scientists monitor glowing digital migration maps showing shark movement patterns across global seas. As this chapter fades into quiet ocean night, imagine sharks continuing their endless migration journeys through dark blue planetary oceans. They are not lost travelers. They are guided by ancient Earth signals, survival instincts, and evolutionary memory stored deep inside their biological history. The ocean becomes quiet again. Somewhere far below the surface, sharks continue traveling across invisible ocean highways, moving slowly through time and space like ancient living satellites of the sea. As the story moves deeper into the silent ocean night, imagine experiencing the world not through human senses, but through the extraordinary perception systems of sharks. Sharks do not rely on one single sense to survive. Instead, they use a combination of highly advanced biological sensors that allow them to perceive movement, electricity, vibration, smell, and light in ways humans can barely imagine. Picture a dark underwater world glowing softly with invisible signals only visible to shark perception, like a secret language of the ocean. One of the most powerful shark senses is smell. Sharks possess one of the strongest olfactory systems in the animal kingdom. They can detect extremely small concentrations of chemical substances in water. Some scientists estimate sharks can detect 1 drop of blood diluted in thousands of liters of water. This helps sharks locate injured or struggling prey from long distances. Imagine scent particles moving through ocean currents like invisible red light signals traveling through deep blue water highways guiding sharks toward natural survival opportunities. Another incredible sensory ability is vibration detection. Sharks can feel low-frequency vibrations traveling through water using special sensory cells along their body called the lateral line system. This system acts like a biological vibration radar. It allows sharks to detect movement of fish swimming nearby even when they cannot see them directly. Imagine soft underwater sound waves moving through water like invisible music vibrations touching shark skin and telling them where living creatures are moving. Shark vision is also specially adapted for underwater darkness. Many shark species have excellent low-light vision because of reflective layers behind their retinas. This allows them to see contrast and movement even in very dark environments. Some sharks can even see better than humans in dim light conditions. Imagine deep ocean twilight zones where faint sunlight rays fade into darkness, while shark eyes glow softly like underwater lanterns reflecting faint blue ocean light. Light perception is very important for shark behavior. Some sharks prefer hunting during dawn and dusk when light conditions make prey more vulnerable. These times are called crepuscular periods. During these hours, ocean lighting is soft and shadow patterns are longer, helping sharks approach prey quietly. Picture sunrise and sunset ocean scenes where orange sunlight mixes with blue water reflections like soft cosmic color gradients. Sharks also have an extraordinary ability called electroreception. Special organs called ampullae of Lorenzini allow sharks to detect electrical signals produced by muscle movement of other animals. Every living creature produces small electrical signals when muscles move. Sharks can sense these signals even when prey is hidden under sand or inside coral crevices. Imagine a futuristic underwater world where living organisms emit soft glowing electrical aura patterns visible only to shark sensory systems. This electroreception ability is especially useful during hunting. Some prey animals try to hide under sand or camouflage themselves against ocean floors. Sharks can still detect them using electrical signal perception. Picture slow cinematic underwater scenes where a shark slowly approaches sandy ocean bottoms, sensing hidden life beneath the surface like a living biological scanner system. Sharks also have extremely sensitive hearing. Sound travels faster and farther in water compared to air. Sharks can detect low-frequency sounds produced by struggling fish, boat engines, or environmental disturbances. This helps them locate potential food sources without needing visual confirmation. Imagine deep ocean sound waves moving like slow musical vibrations across water landscapes reaching shark auditory systems. Temperature perception is another important sensory ability. Sharks can detect small temperature differences in water. This helps them locate favorable environmental zones for feeding and survival. Ocean water layers often have different temperature gradients, and sharks can navigate through these invisible thermal landscapes. Imagine ocean temperature layers stacked like invisible atmospheric sheets of water energy moving slowly across planetary seas. Some shark species also have specialized sensitivity to pressure changes. As sharks move deeper into the ocean, water pressure increases. Sharks can adjust their body movement and swimming patterns according to pressure variations. This allows them to survive in deep ocean zones where very few other animals can live. Imagine descending slowly into deep ocean darkness where pressure increases like invisible gravity forces surrounding shark bodies. Shark senses work together simultaneously. Smell, vibration detection, vision, electroreception, and hearing combine into a complete environmental awareness system. This makes sharks extremely efficient survival organisms. Instead of relying on one dominant sense, they use multisensory environmental perception. Imagine sharks as living biological supercomputers processing ocean data continuously while swimming peacefully through deep blue silence. As this chapter ends, imagine resting in peaceful ocean darkness, where sharks continue perceiving their world through senses far beyond human understanding. They do not see the ocean as empty water. They see it as a living world filled with chemical signals, vibrations, magnetic fields, and movement patterns. The ocean becomes quiet again. Somewhere below, a shark slowly swims through darkness, guided by ancient sensory intelligence that has evolved over hundreds of millions of years. As the ocean story continues deeper into the quiet underwater night, imagine exploring a question scientists have debated for decades. Do sharks have emotions? While sharks do not experience emotions the same way humans do, research shows that sharks have complex behavioral responses to their environment, suggesting a form of primitive emotional processing. Picture a calm underwater world where sharks move slowly, not driven by rage or aggression, but by survival instincts shaped by ancient evolutionary memory. Shark behavior is largely controlled by instinct rather than emotional thinking. Instincts are automatic biological responses that help animals survive without needing conscious decision-making. However, sharks can still display curiosity, caution, and territorial awareness. Imagine a shark slowly approaching an unknown object in deep water, circling it carefully like a scientist studying unknown ocean technology before deciding whether it is safe. Fear response is one of the most basic behavioral reactions in sharks. Sharks will usually avoid dangerous or unfamiliar situations rather than attack them. Most shark attacks are actually defensive behaviors rather than aggressive hunting behavior. Imagine underwater scenes where a shark slowly changes swimming direction when sensing unusual vibrations or large unfamiliar objects, choosing safety over confrontation. Territorial behavior is also observed in some shark species. Certain sharks may patrol specific ocean regions, especially feeding zones. This does not mean sharks create permanent territories like land animals, but rather they tend to return to successful feeding areas. Picture underwater ocean landscapes where sharks move slowly along invisible boundaries inside coral reef ecosystems like natural ocean security patrols maintaining ecological balance. Social intelligence varies between shark species. Some sharks are solitary hunters, while others show group swimming behavior. For example, some reef shark species may swim together in small groups during daytime rest periods. These groups are not highly organized social societies like dolphins or primates, but they do show basic social tolerance behavior. Imagine multiple sharks resting in blue water shadows near coral structures, moving slowly without conflict, like quiet ocean neighbors sharing space peacefully. Curiosity is another interesting behavioral trait. Sharks sometimes investigate unfamiliar objects by approaching slowly and using their snout and mouth area to test texture and smell. This behavior is similar to how humans touch new objects to understand them. However, shark curiosity is usually cautious rather than playful. Imagine underwater cinematic scenes where a shark slowly approaches a drifting object illuminated by soft sunlight beams, circling it gently before losing interest. Sharks also demonstrate stress responses. Environmental noise, pollution, and habitat disturbance can affect shark behavior patterns. Loud underwater sounds from ships or industrial activity can disturb shark navigation and feeding patterns. Imagine peaceful ocean silence being disrupted by mechanical sound waves traveling through water like artificial thunder echoes disturbing natural ocean sleep cycles. Some scientists believe sharks can experience a primitive form of learning memory. Sharks can remember successful hunting locations and migration routes. This memory-based behavior helps sharks optimize energy use during survival journeys. Imagine ocean maps being slowly drawn inside shark biological memory systems like living navigation archives stored inside ancient evolutionary brain structures. Shark brain structure is smaller compared to mammals, but it is highly specialized for survival processing. Shark brains are optimized for sensory input analysis rather than emotional complexity. This allows sharks to react quickly to environmental threats or food opportunities. Picture underwater neural processing visualization where ocean information flows through shark brain networks like glowing blue data streams inside biological computing systems. Mother shark behavior sometimes shows protective instincts toward newborn sharks before birth. Some pregnant sharks migrate to safer breeding areas before giving birth. This suggests biological survival planning rather than emotional parenting behavior. Imagine pregnant sharks swimming slowly through warm, shallow waters, searching for safe nursery ecosystems for future generations. Human fear of sharks is often influenced by media portrayal rather than scientific reality. Most shark species are not interested in human interaction. Sharks usually prefer natural prey such as fish, squid, or marine mammals. Humans are not part of shark natural diet systems. Imagine peaceful ocean tourism scenes where humans and sharks coexist in different water layers without conflict. Behavioral psychology research continues to reveal more about shark intelligence and behavior patterns. Sharks are not simple mindless predators. They are highly efficient survival organisms shaped by millions of years of evolutionary optimization. As this chapter fades into soft ocean darkness, imagine sharks swimming slowly through blue silence, not feeling anger, revenge, or hatred, only survival purpose encoded inside ancient biological memory. The ocean becomes calm again. Deep below the surface, sharks continue their silent existence, moving through time like emotional ghosts of prehistoric seas. As the ocean story drifts gently into the world of human imagination, imagine that sharks are not only biological creatures but also powerful symbols inside human myths and legends. For thousands of years, humans have created stories about sharks to explain the mystery and power of the ocean. Before science could explain marine biology, ancient people used mythology and storytelling to understand these mysterious sea creatures. Picture ancient humans sitting near beach fires at night, listening to ocean waves crashing softly under moonlight while telling stories about sea spirits and ocean guardians. In many Pacific Island cultures, sharks were considered sacred animals rather than monsters. Some communities believed sharks were ancestral spirits protecting fishermen at sea. Sharks were sometimes seen as reincarnated ancestors returning from the ocean world to watch over living family members. Imagine traditional wooden boats floating slowly across calm tropical waters while island elders perform ocean rituals, offering food and respect to sea spirits believed to live inside shark bodies. In Hawaiian mythology, sharks were often associated with guardian spirits called aumakua, which were believed to protect families from danger. People believed certain sharks were spiritual protectors rather than predators. If a family had a shark guardian spirit, they would respect sharks instead of fearing them. Imagine peaceful coastal villages where fishermen would speak quietly to ocean waves before fishing, believing sharks were listening from beneath blue water surfaces. In ancient Polynesian navigation stories, sharks were also considered ocean travelers guiding sailors across vast distances. These stories helped sailors feel less afraid during long ocean voyages. Imagine ancient wooden sailing canoes moving slowly across endless ocean horizons while sharks swim beneath them like silent ocean guides showing migration paths through star navigation knowledge. In ancient Asian cultures, sharks sometimes appeared in sea monster legends. Some stories describe giant ocean creatures with supernatural power. These stories were not meant to create fear, but rather to represent nature's unpredictable power. The ocean was seen as a living force that could provide food and survival, but also bring storms and danger. Imagine dramatic ancient storytelling scenes where villagers describe mysterious giant sea creatures moving through dark storm oceans under lightning skies. European maritime history also contains shark stories. Early sailors often feared sharks because shipwreck survivors sometimes encountered sharks around sinking ships. These encounters created terrifying survival stories that later became part of ocean folklore. Imagine stormy ocean scenes where wooden ships break apart under violent waves while dark shark silhouettes move silently beneath chaotic water surfaces. In African coastal cultures, sharks were sometimes respected as symbols of strength and survival. Some stories described sharks as ocean warriors representing natural balance between life and death. These cultural beliefs helped people maintain respectful relationships with marine ecosystems. Imagine tribal coastal ceremonies performed at sunset where drums beat slowly like ocean heart rhythms while waves move gently across sandy beaches. Modern popular culture has also shaped shark mythology. Movies and entertainment media sometimes portray sharks as villains of the ocean. However, modern science documentaries are helping correct these misconceptions. Education about marine ecosystems is helping people understand sharks as important ecological species rather than monsters. Imagine modern documentary filmmakers diving underwater with cameras, capturing real shark behavior to show audiences peaceful natural reality. Sharks also appear in modern symbolism. In some contexts, sharks represent survival strength, business competition, or determination. People sometimes use the term shark to describe strong competitive personalities in professional environments. This symbolic meaning comes from sharks' reputation as efficient survivors in harsh environments. Interestingly, not all shark myths are frightening. Some stories describe sharks as protectors of sailors lost at sea, guiding them toward safety. These stories reflect human emotional connection with ocean survival experiences. Imagine lost sailors floating quietly on calm ocean surfaces at night, seeing distant glowing water movements that guide them towards safety shores. Today, scientists study these cultural stories to better understand human emotional relationships with sharks. Conservation organizations also use cultural storytelling to promote shark protection awareness. When people emotionally connect with animals through stories, they are more likely to support conservation efforts. As this chapter slowly fades into quiet ocean reflection, imagine sharks swimming through both biological reality and human imagination. They exist not only in oceans but also in human cultural memory across thousands of years of storytelling. The ocean becomes calm again. Somewhere beneath moonlit waves, sharks continue swimming silently, carrying both evolutionary history and human mythology inside their symbolic ocean presence. As the ocean story moves into the future of our planet, imagine the fate of sharks becoming closely connected to human environmental responsibility. Shark conservation is now one of the most important marine science topics because shark populations around the world are facing increasing threats. Picture modern oceans where bright sunlight reflects softly across blue water surfaces, but beneath that peaceful beauty lies a fragile ecological balance that must be protected. One of the biggest threats to sharks is overfishing. Many sharks are accidentally caught in fishing nets designed for other fish species. This is called bycatch. Because sharks reproduce slowly compared to many fish, population recovery becomes difficult. Imagine vast ocean fishing operations where large nets move slowly through water like giant mechanical webs, sometimes capturing marine life unintentionally. Another major threat is shark fin trade. In some regions, shark fins are harvested for commercial products. This practice has significantly reduced shark populations in certain ocean areas. Conservation scientists and environmental organizations are working to reduce demand for shark products and promote sustainable fishing practices. Imagine global environmental campaigns spreading awareness like soft ocean waves of education and scientific knowledge reaching human societies. Ocean pollution is also harming shark survival. Plastic waste, chemical pollution, and industrial runoff are entering marine ecosystems. Sharks can be indirectly affected because pollution damages fish populations that sharks depend on for food. Imagine ocean currents carrying floating plastic particles like artificial stars inside blue water space, slowly disturbing natural marine life ecosystems. Climate change is another serious challenge. Rising ocean temperatures are changing fish migration patterns and coral reef ecosystems. Sharks must adapt to new environmental conditions or migrate to new feeding zones. Some species may struggle to survive rapid environmental changes. Imagine global ocean climate maps slowly shifting colors like breathing planetary systems adjusting to new environmental conditions. Conservation science is working to protect sharks through marine protected areas. These are designated ocean regions where fishing and human disturbance are limited. These zones help sharks reproduce and maintain population stability. Imagine peaceful underwater sanctuary zones where marine life can live freely without industrial noise or human disturbance. Scientists also use satellite tracking technology to monitor shark migration patterns. This helps researchers understand migration routes and breeding zones. This data helps governments create better ocean protection policies. Imagine modern scientific ships floating quietly above oceans while digital holographic migration maps display shark movement across planetary seas. Education plays a major role in shark conservation. Teaching people about shark ecological importance helps reduce fear-based hunting and promotes environmental protection. Sharks are essential for maintaining healthy marine ecosystems because they control fish population balance. Without sharks, some fish species could overpopulate and damage coral reef structures. Imagine coral reefs as underwater cities where sharks act like ecological maintenance systems maintaining biological harmony. Tourism also plays a positive role when managed responsibly. Shark observation tourism allows people to see sharks in natural environments without harming them. Responsible tourism helps local economies while promoting environmental protection. Imagine peaceful underwater tourism experiences where divers float slowly in blue water observing sharks moving calmly through natural ocean habitats. Future shark survival depends on global cooperation. Scientists, governments, and environmental organizations must work together to protect marine ecosystems. Ocean health is directly connected to human survival because oceans regulate global climate systems and produce oxygen through marine biological processes. Imagine Earth as a living blue planet breathing slowly through ocean ecosystems supporting all life forms. Some scientists are optimistic about shark survival if conservation efforts continue. Technology, environmental awareness, and sustainable development practices may help protect marine ecosystems for future generations. Imagine future oceans where sharks continue swimming freely through clean, healthy blue water environments under peaceful planetary skies. Sharks have survived 5 mass extinction events throughout Earth's history. This gives scientists hope that with proper conservation efforts, sharks can survive modern environmental challenges as well. They are one of Earth's oldest surviving animal groups, representing resilience and biological endurance. As this chapter fades into peaceful future ocean visions, Imagine sharks continuing their ancient journey through time, adapting slowly to a changing planet while maintaining their role as ocean ecosystem guardians. The ocean becomes quiet again. Somewhere deep below, sharks continue swimming slowly through future oceans, hoping that humanity will help preserve their world. As the story moves forward into the distant future, imagine time stretching like slow ocean waves moving across millions of years. Evolution never stops, even for creatures as ancient as sharks. Scientists believe sharks will continue adapting to environmental changes just as they have done for hundreds of millions of years. Picture futuristic oceans where sunlight is softer, marine ecosystems are slightly different, and sharks have evolved new biological features to survive changing planetary conditions. One possible future evolution direction is improved energy efficiency. If ocean food sources become more scarce, sharks may evolve even more efficient muscle and metabolism systems. This would allow them to travel longer distances using less energy. Imagine sleek futuristic sharks gliding through deep blue neon-lit ocean environments like biological submarines powered by natural energy optimization. Another possible evolutionary change could be enhanced sensory systems. Sharks may develop even more advanced electroreception abilities, allowing them to detect weaker electrical signals from greater distances. This could help them hunt in darker or more complex ocean environments. Imagine future ocean worlds where living creatures emit soft glowing energy signatures, visible only to advanced sensory perception animals like evolved sharks. Some scientists speculate that sharks living in deeper ocean zones may develop darker skin pigmentation or bioluminescent patterns. Bioluminescence could help sharks communicate or camouflage themselves in dark, deep-sea environments. Imagine futuristic deep ocean scenes where sharks glow softly with blue or green natural light patterns moving across their skin like living ocean constellations. Climate change may also influence shark body structure evolution. If ocean temperatures rise, sharks might evolve better heat-tolerant systems. If oceans become more acidic, sharks may develop stronger cartilage structures to maintain body stability. Imagine evolutionary time-lapse visuals showing shark body structures slowly transforming like living biological sculptures shaped by environmental pressure. Migration patterns may also evolve. Future sharks may travel even longer distances due to shifting ocean currents and changing prey locations. Some species may become more adaptable to different water temperatures. Imagine global oceans of the future where sharks migrate across continents of water like planetary travelers navigating changing environmental maps. Shark reproduction strategies may also change. Scientists speculate that future sharks may develop slightly faster reproductive cycles if survival pressures increase. However, sharks will likely continue using quality-based reproduction strategies rather than producing large numbers of offspring. Imagine future shark nurseries located in protected ocean zones where young sharks grow safely under environmental protection systems. Technology and biology may even merge in some scientific theories. Some futurists imagine bio-inspired technology using shark skin structure designs for underwater vehicles. Shark skin's friction-reducing properties already inspire engineering research. Imagine futuristic submarines designed with shark skin pattern technology moving silently through ocean depths like mechanical sharks of the future. Deep ocean exploration may also influence shark evolution. As humans explore deeper ocean zones, sharks may adapt to deeper pressure environments. Some species may develop stronger pressure-resistant biological structures, allowing them to survive in deeper abyssal zones where sunlight never reaches. Imagine black ocean depths filled with soft bioluminescent life forms while evolved sharks move silently through extreme pressure environments. Behavioral evolution is also possible. Future sharks may become more tolerant of environmental noise and human activity if oceans become more industrialized. However, conservation efforts may help maintain natural shark behavior patterns. Imagine future oceans where sharks and humans maintain peaceful coexistence in carefully protected marine ecosystems. One of the most beautiful evolutionary possibilities is ecological balance evolution. Sharks may continue evolving not just as predators, but as essential ecosystem regulators. Their role in maintaining marine biodiversity will remain important for planetary health. Imagine Earth's future oceans as living blue ecosystems where sharks continue performing natural ecological maintenance roles. Despite future changes, sharks will likely remain recognizable. Evolution rarely changes successful biological designs completely. Instead, it improves efficiency. Sharks are already highly optimized survival organisms. Their future forms will likely still resemble modern sharks but with enhanced biological performance features. As this chapter slowly ends, imagine future oceans stretching infinitely into time. Sharks continue swimming through planetary history, adapting quietly to new worlds while preserving ancient evolutionary wisdom inside their biological design. The ocean becomes calm again. In the distant future, sharks will still be swimming, just as they have for hundreds of millions of years, silent survivors of Earth's changing story. As the story moves deeper into scientific comparison, imagine two different worlds existing on the same planet, the land world of humans and the ocean world of sharks. Both species are highly successful in their own environments, but their biological designs are completely different. Humans evolved for intelligence, tool use, and social civilization, while sharks evolved for survival efficiency inside aquatic ecosystems. Picture a cinematic split scene where on one side humans live in bright city lights, and on the other side sharks swim slowly through dark blue ocean wilderness. One of the biggest biological differences is skeletal structure. Humans have internal bone skeletons that provide strong body support for walking and standing upright. Sharks, however, have cartilage skeletons which are lighter and more flexible. This allows sharks to swim faster and expend less energy. Imagine human bones as structural building frameworks, while shark cartilage is like flexible underwater architecture allowing fluid movement through ocean currents. Breathing systems are also very different. Humans breathe air using lungs, while sharks extract oxygen from water using gills. Shark gills allow them to filter dissolved oxygen from passing water as they swim. Humans must actively inhale and exhale air. Imagine humans standing on land breathing like slow atmospheric cycles, while sharks swim through ocean water breathing like living biological filters moving through liquid oxygen space. Circulatory systems also differ. Humans have four-chamber hearts that efficiently pump oxygenated blood throughout the body. Sharks have two-chambered hearts, which are simpler but highly efficient for aquatic life. Shark hearts pump blood directly through gill systems to absorb oxygen from water. Imagine biological heart rhythms of humans and sharks playing like different musical ocean and land heartbeat patterns. Skin structure is another major difference. Human skin is smooth and flexible for temperature regulation. Shark skin is covered with dermal denticles that reduce water friction and help swimming efficiency. Human skin helps regulate sweat and body temperature. Shark skin helps movement speed and stealth hunting. Imagine human skin responding to air temperature changes, while shark skin responds to water flow physics. Brain structure and intelligence expression also vary. Humans developed complex language, abstract thinking, and advanced technology creation. Sharks developed highly specialized sensory survival intelligence. Humans think in symbolic logic systems. Sharks think in environmental survival patterns. Imagine human brains processing city information networks, while shark brains process ocean environmental signals like biological radar systems. Reproductive strategies are also different. Humans invest long time in parenting and child development. Shark reproduction focuses on biological survival efficiency with less parental care after birth. Human babies require long developmental learning periods. Shark babies must survive independently almost immediately. Imagine human childhood development as long educational journeys, while shark survival begins immediately after birth. Diet and digestion systems are also different. Humans are omnivores and can eat plant and animal food sources. Sharks are primarily carnivorous predators or filter feeders depending on species. Shark digestive systems are optimized for protein-rich marine diets. Imagine human kitchens preparing diverse meals, while sharks feed directly from natural ocean food chains. Environmental adaptation is another interesting comparison. Humans build clothing, houses, and technology to survive environmental changes. Sharks adapt biologically through evolution rather than external tools. Humans modify their environment. Sharks adapt inside their biological design. Imagine humans constructing cities of metal and light, while sharks continue living naturally inside ocean ecosystems. Longevity and aging processes also differ. Some shark species can live for decades or even centuries. Humans generally have shorter natural lifespans compared to some long-lived shark species. Scientists are still studying why some sharks age slowly. Imagine time itself moving slower inside deep ocean biological systems compared to land ecosystems. Despite differences, humans and sharks share one important similarity: survival instinct. Both species have survived environmental changes through adaptation. Humans through technology and social organization. Sharks through biological evolution and ecological balance. As this chapter ends, imagine Earth as a shared world between land and sea civilizations. Humans build future cities above water surfaces, while sharks continue their ancient journey below blue ocean horizons. The ocean becomes quiet again. Humans breathe air above. Sharks breathe water below. Both continue their silent survival stories on the same living planet. As the story drifts deeper into the science of survival, imagine the ocean as a giant living food network where every creature depends on another for survival. Sharks play a very important role in this food chain system. They are not random hunters, but ecological regulators helping maintain marine population balance. Picture a vast cinematic ocean ecosystem where glowing schools of fish move like floating silver clouds while sharks slowly swim through them like natural ecosystem managers. Shark diets vary depending on species, size, and habitat. Some sharks eat fish, while others eat marine mammals, crustaceans, or plankton. For example, whale sharks are gentle giants that feed mainly on tiny plankton organisms by filter feeding. Imagine gigantic peaceful whale sharks slowly swimming with their mouths open through glowing plankton clouds that look like soft underwater snowfall inside deep blue ocean space. Carnivorous shark species hunt larger prey such as fish, seals, or squid. These sharks use speed, stealth, and sensory detection to capture food efficiently. Shark hunting is not about unnecessary violence. It is about energy survival optimization. Sharks prefer to use minimal energy while maximizing food intake. Imagine slow underwater stalking scenes where sharks approach prey carefully like shadows moving through soft blue ocean darkness. Ocean food chains usually start with microscopic organisms called phytoplankton. These tiny organisms use sunlight to produce energy through photosynthesis. Small marine animals then eat phytoplankton. Larger fish eat smaller fish. Sharks often sit near the top of these food chains as apex predators. Imagine ocean ecosystems as layered biological pyramids of life energy flowing upward through marine species. Sharks help control fish population sizes. Without sharks, some fish species could multiply too quickly and damage coral reef ecosystems. Sharks remove weak or sick animals from populations, which helps maintain genetic health of marine species. Imagine coral reefs as underwater cities where sharks act like natural population balance regulators maintaining ecological harmony. Different shark species specialize in different diets. Tiger sharks are known as ocean generalists because they eat a wide variety of marine organisms. They sometimes consume unusual objects accidentally, which shows their opportunistic feeding behavior. Great white sharks prefer marine mammals such as seals and sea lions. Hammerhead sharks often hunt fish hiding near ocean floors. Imagine diverse shark species each playing different roles inside complex ocean survival ecosystems. Filter feeding sharks represent a peaceful side of shark diet biology. These sharks swim slowly with open mouths, filtering food particles from water. This feeding method requires less energy but depends on healthy ocean ecosystems. Imagine calm ocean scenes where giant sharks move slowly through sunlight water beams like living biological vacuum cleaners of marine plankton ecosystems. Hunting timing is also important for shark feeding success. Many sharks hunt during low light conditions such as dawn, dusk, or nighttime. These periods provide better camouflage opportunities for predators. Imagine sunset ocean scenes where orange sunlight slowly fades into blue darkness while sharks begin their hunting routines. Sharks can also fast for long periods if food is scarce. Their metabolism is designed for survival endurance. Some sharks can survive weeks without eating after large meals. Imagine sharks as biological survival tanks, storing energy inside specialized muscle and liver systems. Human activities have influenced shark diet patterns. Overfishing can reduce natural prey availability. This forces sharks to change migration or hunting behaviors. Environmental balance is extremely important for marine ecosystems. Imagine ocean food chains slowly shifting under human environmental pressure like delicate biological music rhythms changing tempo. Another important factor is prey defense behavior. Many fish species evolve defense strategies such as camouflage coloring, fast swimming speed, or group movement formations. Fish schools often move in synchronized patterns to confuse predators. Imagine fish schools moving like living liquid art patterns inside blue ocean water, trying to confuse hunting sharks. Sharks and food chain balance are closely connected to global ocean health. Healthy shark populations usually indicate healthy marine ecosystems. Scientists monitor shark population numbers as environmental indicators of ocean health conditions. As this chapter fades into peaceful ocean darkness, imagine sharks continuing their endless survival journey through global food chains. They are not cruel predators. They are essential survival regulators inside Earth's marine biological system. The ocean becomes quiet again. Somewhere deep below, sharks continue swimming slowly, maintaining balance between hunger, survival, and ecological harmony. As the story moves deeper into survival science, imagine sharks as one of Earth's greatest endurance survivors. Sharks have survived multiple mass extinction events, climate shifts, and planetary environmental transformations. Their survival success is not based on speed alone, but on biological efficiency, patience, and adaptability. Picture vast ancient oceans stretching through time, where sharks continue swimming calmly through changing worlds like living biological time travelers. One of the most important survival abilities of sharks is energy conservation. Sharks are designed to move efficiently through water using minimal energy. Their streamlined body shapes reduce drag forces. Their muscles are arranged to maximize propulsion efficiency. Imagine sharks moving through deep blue water like silent submarines powered by natural biological engines rather than mechanical technology. Sharks also have extremely strong endurance swimming abilities. Some species can travel thousands of kilometers without stopping for long periods. They achieve this by using slow, steady swimming speeds rather than constant high-speed movement. Imagine ocean migration journeys lasting months, where sharks move steadily across planetary water highways like ancient nomadic travelers of the sea. Another important survival adaptation is liver energy storage. Sharks have large livers filled with oil-rich substances that help maintain buoyancy and provide energy reserves during long journeys. This biological energy storage system helps sharks survive periods of food scarcity. Imagine shark bodies as natural biological energy storage systems floating gently inside ocean gravity environments. Sharks also have efficient oxygen usage systems. Their gills extract oxygen very effectively from water. Some shark species must keep swimming to maintain oxygen flow through their gills, which is why they often move continuously. However, this movement is usually slow and rhythmic rather than chaotic. Imagine sharks swimming like breathing ocean currents moving through blue planetary water ecosystems. Pressure endurance is another remarkable survival ability. Deep-sea sharks can survive extreme water pressure conditions that would crush many other animals. Their bodies are specially adapted to handle high-pressure environments. Imagine descending deeper and deeper into ocean darkness where pressure increases like invisible gravity forces surrounding shark bodies like protective environmental armor. Temperature tolerance is also important for shark survival. Some sharks can survive in cold polar waters, while others live in warm tropical seas. This wide temperature adaptability helps sharks survive global environmental changes. Imagine sharks moving between warm and cold ocean layers like living biological temperature travelers across planetary climate zones. Sharks also possess excellent healing abilities. Some shark species heal wounds faster than expected for marine animals. Scientists are studying shark biology to understand natural healing processes. This research could help advance human medical science in the future. Imagine scientific laboratories studying shark biology like biological mysteries of natural medicine hidden inside ocean evolution history. Another survival advantage is camouflage. Some sharks have dark dorsal coloring and lighter belly coloring. This is called countershading. When viewed from above, sharks blend into dark ocean depths. When viewed from below, their lighter belly color blends with sunlight reflections. Imagine sharks moving through water layers like living shadows merging with ocean lighting physics. Sharks also have excellent situational awareness. Their multisensory systems help them react quickly to environmental threats. This allows sharks to avoid larger predators when they are young. Even apex predators must survive childhood vulnerability stages. Imagine baby sharks hiding inside coral reef structures like small ocean creatures learning survival skills. Human environmental protection is now important for future shark survival. Marine protected zones, sustainable fishing, and pollution control efforts help maintain healthy ocean ecosystems. Scientists believe protecting sharks is also protecting global ocean health. As this chapter slowly fades, imagine sharks continuing their endless survival journey through time. They are one of Earth's greatest biological survivors, living proof that patience, efficiency, and adaptation can overcome environmental challenges. The ocean becomes quiet again. Sharks continue swimming slowly through deep blue darkness, surviving through time like ancient guardians of planetary oceans. As the story drifts deeper beneath the surface, the ocean feels silent. But it is not truly silent. It is filled with movement, vibrations, electrical pulses, and subtle body language. Sharks may not speak with voices the way humans do, yet they communicate constantly through behavior, posture, and sensory awareness. Imagine a wide cinematic underwater scene where several sharks move through filtered blue sunlight, their bodies sending quiet signals to one another without a single sound. Sharks communicate first through motion. The way a shark swims can reveal intention. Slow, relaxed gliding often signals calm behavior. Sudden sharp turns, exaggerated body bends, or rapid tail beats can indicate agitation or alertness. In the open ocean, these small changes are clearly visible to nearby sharks. Water carries movement like air carries sound. Imagine a shark slightly arching its back or lowering its pectoral fins, signaling tension to others in the area. Body posture plays a powerful role. When competing for food, sharks sometimes display dominance by raising their snouts, hunching slightly, or swimming in deliberate circles. These are warning gestures rather than immediate attacks. It is a silent negotiation of space and hierarchy. The ocean becomes a stage of graceful yet serious movement, where every shift of the body carries meaning. Another form of communication happens through distance. Sharks maintain personal space. When two sharks approach each other, their spacing reveals comfort or caution. If one shark turns away slowly, it may be signaling avoidance rather than conflict. These subtle movements prevent unnecessary energy loss from fighting. Imagine two large sharks approaching in deep blue water, circling briefly, then parting peacefully like silent ocean diplomats. Electrical sensitivity also contributes to communication awareness. Sharks possess specialized sensory organs that detect tiny electrical fields produced by living creatures. While this ability is primarily used for hunting, it also makes sharks deeply aware of the presence of nearby animals. The ocean becomes a field of invisible energy signals pulsing gently around every living being. During mating seasons, communication becomes more direct and physical. Some species use biting behavior as part of courtship rituals. Though it may look aggressive, it is a reproductive signal rather than hostility. These behaviors are instinct-driven, shaped by millions of years of evolution. Imagine a twilight ocean scene where movement becomes slower and more deliberate, signaling biological rhythms older than human civilization. Young sharks also learn through observation and environmental response. They watch how larger sharks behave around prey, danger, and territory. Learning happens not through spoken instruction, but through instinctive pattern recognition. The ocean becomes a silent classroom where survival lessons are taught through motion and reaction. Sharks do not form complex social societies like humans, yet they are not entirely solitary. Some species gather in loose groups during migration or feeding events. These gatherings are not emotional friendships, but strategic alignments based on opportunity and safety. Imagine dozens of sharks swimming in parallel paths through a wide ocean current, each aware of the others without needing direct interaction. Environmental cues also act as communication signals. Changes in water temperature, pressure, or chemical composition influence shark behavior. When one shark reacts to these changes, others may follow. The ocean itself becomes a communication network, transmitting information through currents and chemistry. Unlike mammals, sharks do not rely on vocal cords or audible calls. Their world is built on movement, vibration, and perception. Communication is quiet, efficient, and deeply connected to survival needs. In this underwater world, silence does not mean absence of language. It means the language is written in motion. As this chapter slowly settles into stillness, imagine the ocean once again appearing calm from above. Beneath the surface, sharks continue their wordless conversations through shadow, posture, and rhythm. Their communication is ancient, subtle, and perfectly adapted to a world where sound travels differently and survival depends on awareness rather than noise. The water grows darker, movement slows, and the silent dialogue of the sharks continues beneath the waves. Long before modern science studied sharks, humans were already aware of their presence. Early coastal civilizations looked out across vast oceans and sensed that powerful creatures moved beneath the waves. Sharks entered human imagination not only as predators, but as symbols of mystery, strength, fear, and respect. Imagine an ancient shoreline at sunset, waves glowing orange, while distant dorsal fins briefly cut across the surface like moving shadows from another world. In ancient Pacific Island cultures, sharks were sometimes seen as spiritual guardians. Stories were passed down describing sharks as protectors of certain families or villages. These tales blended observation with mythology, turning real marine animals into powerful symbolic beings. The ocean became not just water, but a spiritual realm filled with living forces. Imagine carved wooden figures shaped like sharks, placed near beaches as silent guardians facing the horizon. In parts of Polynesia and Hawaii, sharks were believed to embody ancestral spirits. Fishermen would offer respect before entering the sea, acknowledging the creatures that ruled the deeper waters. The relationship was not purely fear-based, it was a mixture of caution and reverence. The ocean was understood as a shared space, not owned by humans alone. In ancient Greece, sailors told stories of dangerous sea creatures lurking beneath their ships. While not always scientifically accurate, these stories reflected the mystery of open water. When wooden boats drifted far from land, any shadow beneath the surface could inspire both awe and fear. Imagine ancient sailors gripping ropes tightly as dark shapes moved below clear Mediterranean waters. Sharks also appear in early artwork and carvings across different coastal civilizations. Fossilized shark teeth were sometimes used as tools or jewelry. These sharp triangular teeth were valued for their strength and cutting ability. Long before metal tools were common, shark teeth served practical purposes. Imagine ancient hands shaping shark teeth into spear tips under flickering firelight. As maritime trade expanded, shark encounters became more frequent in recorded history. Sailors described large sharks following ships for days. Some believed sharks could sense death or distress at sea. These beliefs strengthened the shark's image as a mysterious ocean companion, always present yet rarely fully understood. During the Age of Exploration, European explorers traveling across the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans documented shark sightings in journals. These early writings mixed scientific curiosity with dramatic storytelling. Sharks became part of sea folklore, creatures representing both danger and the wildness of unexplored waters. In the 20th century, sharks entered modern storytelling through film and literature. One of the most famous examples is the movie Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. This film dramatically shaped public perception of sharks, portraying them as relentless predators. After its release, global fear of sharks increased significantly. While the movie was fictional, its cultural impact was very real. Beaches felt different. Ocean swimming carried new anxiety. The image of the shark changed in popular imagination. However, modern marine science has worked to balance that perception. Researchers emphasize that shark attacks are extremely rare compared to many other everyday risks. The fear-based image created by entertainment does not fully represent shark behavior in natural environments. Scientists now focus on conservation, education, and ecological understanding. Today, sharks appear in documentaries, conservation campaigns, and marine research projects. Their image is slowly shifting from monster to misunderstood apex predator. The human relationship with sharks continues to evolve, just as it has for thousands of years. As this chapter gently fades, imagine ancient campfires near ocean shores, sailors crossing endless blue horizons, and modern scientists diving with underwater cameras, all connected by the same curiosity about what moves beneath the waves. Sharks have lived in human imagination for centuries. Sometimes feared, sometimes respected, sometimes misunderstood. And beneath it all, the sharks themselves continue swimming, unchanged by stories, myths, or movies, moving quietly through the deep blue world that has always been their home. As the story moves closer to the present day, the ocean no longer feels untouched and endless. It is still vast, still deep, still mysterious, but it is changing. And as the ocean changes, sharks must adapt once again, just as they have for hundreds of millions of years. Imagine a wide cinematic shot of the sea at dawn, calm on the surface, yet subtly different beneath. One of the biggest changes affecting sharks today is climate shift. Ocean temperatures are slowly rising. Warmer waters influence migration routes, breeding grounds, and prey distribution. Some shark species are moving toward cooler regions, adjusting their ancient travel paths in response to temperature changes. Imagine long underwater migration corridors shifting north and south like invisible highways slowly being redrawn by the planet itself. Coral reef systems are also under stress. Coral bleaching events reduce biodiversity in reef habitats, which affects smaller fish populations. When prey species decline, sharks must travel farther to find food. The balance of entire ecosystems can shift quietly over time. Picture a once colorful reef now pale and silent, with fewer fish weaving through its branches, while a lone shark swims slowly through the fading structure. Overfishing has another major impact. When humans remove large numbers of fish from the ocean, they disrupt food chains. Some shark species are accidentally caught as bycatch in large commercial fishing operations. This has reduced shark populations in many regions. Imagine massive fishing nets stretching through open water, altering the ancient rhythm of marine life in ways that are difficult to see from the shore. Pollution adds another layer of challenge. Plastic debris drifts through currents, sometimes mistaken for prey. Chemical pollutants can accumulate in marine food webs, affecting long-term health. The ocean, once seen as endlessly resilient, now carries visible signs of human activity. Imagine a drifting plastic bag moving through blue water like a silent foreign object in an otherwise natural world. Yet sharks are still survivors. Their evolutionary history includes dramatic global events, asteroid impacts, ice ages, mass extinctions. Their biological design is built on adaptation. Some species show flexibility in habitat selection and feeding behavior. Others remain highly specialized and therefore more vulnerable. Survival now depends not only on natural selection, but on human decisions. Marine conservation efforts are growing around the world. Protected marine reserves offer safe breeding and feeding grounds. scientific tagging programs track shark migration patterns to better understand their needs. Researchers dive carefully into shark habitats, gathering data to help protect these ancient creatures. The ocean becomes both a research field and a shared responsibility. Public perception is slowly shifting as well. More people now see sharks not as villains, but as essential guardians of marine ecosystems. Education programs explain their role in maintaining fish population balance and reef health. Awareness spreads quietly, like a gentle current moving through global consciousness. The future of sharks is closely tied to the future of the ocean itself. Healthy oceans regulate climate, produce oxygen, and support countless forms of life. Protecting sharks means protecting the broader marine web that sustains the planet. As this chapter settles into a calm horizon view, imagine the ocean stretching endlessly once again. Beneath the surface, sharks continue swimming, adjusting, migrating, enduring. The world above the water may change rapidly, but below the surface, life continues in steady motion. The sea breathes in slow waves. The sharks move forward through uncertain waters. And the story of survival continues, written in currents, temperature, and time. As our story reaches its final chapter, the ocean feels older than ever. Vast, deep, and endlessly moving, it carries the memory of time itself. And within that living blue world, sharks continue their ancient journey, unchanged in essence, yet always adapting. Imagine a slow cinematic descent from the bright surface waters down into deeper blue layers, where sunlight fades and only silhouettes remain. Sharks have existed for more than 400 million years. Long before dinosaurs walked on land, sharks were already swimming through prehistoric seas. They survived mass extinctions, shifting continents, ice ages, and warming cycles. Their design, streamlined bodies, efficient senses, patient energy use, has proven timeless. They are not rushed creatures. They do not fight time. They move with it. Picture ancient oceans filled with unfamiliar marine life, yet among them, early sharks glide with recognizable shapes. Across millions of years, their forms refined but never disappeared. Evolution shaped them carefully, but never needed to redesign them completely. Their survival is a quiet testament to balance, not dominance, but endurance. In today's oceans, sharks still patrol coral reefs, cruise along continental shelves, and migrate across open seas. Some travel thousands of kilometers guided by magnetic fields and temperature gradients. Others remain near coastal waters, repeating daily rhythms shaped by tides and light. Each movement is part of a cycle far older than humanity. From above the water, the ocean often appears calm and endless. But below, an entire living system moves in silent coordination. Sharks are not rulers of the sea in a dramatic sense. They are regulators, participants, and ancient witnesses to planetary change. They maintain balance in ways that often go unseen. Humans, in comparison, are newcomers to this timeline. Our civilizations span thousands of years. Shark evolution spans hundreds of millions. This contrast invites reflection. The ocean does not rush. Survival does not depend on noise or speed. It depends on adaptation, patience, and harmony with environment. Imagine the final scene, sunset over an open horizon. The sky painted in deep orange and violet tones. Beneath the glowing surface, a shark swims steadily through calm water. No music, no chaos, just rhythm, tail moving side to side, gills drawing water gently. A creature perfectly suited to its world. The story of sharks is not just about predators or fear. It is about resilience. It is about balance within ecosystems. It is about the quiet strength of life that persists through planetary transformation. As the light fades and the ocean grows darker, sharks continue their endless motion, ancient, steady, enduring. And so our journey ends where it began, with the ocean. Alive. Beneath its surface, the timeless swimmers move forward, and the story continues in every wave.